Watch the ride.
Hey everybody, if you remember back a couple of years I was talking about AI before it was really, really big, and I was saying, this is going to be a huge, monumental change to the world. It's going to be, a keystone moment. And people were like, nah, you're talking crap. What are you talking about? It's just predicting the next word. It's not even proper AI. Well, here we are a couple of years later, and now AI is a very, 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 very big deal. And if you don't think it's a very, very, very big deal, you obviously haven't been paying much attention. But we have some small stuff already being a problem now, and one of them is on YouTube. The most valuable thing that YouTube has ever had, other than the monopoly on the audience, is also the fact that there is educational content on YouTube. People can come here and find out how to fix a car, a boat, a washing machine, a computer, learn about a thing, help to get a degree. There's so much free education now available from experts who are willing to give away all their information, all their tips and tricks for nothing. You want to know about woodwork? There's tens of hundreds of woodworking channels that you can learn how to do it through. I mean, let's face it, no other platform has done what YouTube has done for both creators and also education. Facebook used to be about your gran getting in contact with your nan, and that's not the case anymore now. It seems that Facebook is just about political argument and bots. Many, many, many bots. And then you've got Twitter, or as X as it's now known. Twitter used to be a really cool place for discussing things and actually connecting with your audience, because it was a good platform that worked. Now, it's not. And that's not just because Elon's bought it. It was like this before then. It's turned into a massively politically charged, over-opinionated thing that just, it seems like some people's hobby now, or other than their main goal, other than their job, is to sit online and argue politics with other people. When you've got one life, what the fuck is wrong with you that you would end up doing that? Like, yes, politics is very important, but sitting online and arguing with other people about it online, which is not going to change a single thing, is wasting your time. If you're going to put that much time into it, become an MP, become a member of parliament, do something to help your local area. If you want to see change, make the bloody change. Or try and do it yourself. And if you then say, well, it's pointless trying to make a change because it's all rigged and it's all against us, then shut the fuck up about it. Because you can't change, you've just admitted you can't change anything anyway. Do something or shut the fuck up. It's good to have a discussion, but people don't discuss stuff on social media anymore. They literally just turd out a fucking steaming opinion and just lob it at the other person. There is no intent, there's no back and forth, they're not listening to each other. I actually genuinely have discussions with people in my comments. Occasionally, a few times, being able to make someone change their opinion on something. Like they think something was a bad idea, and then you explain this, and they go, oh, okay, fair enough. I didn't see it that way. Thanks for letting me think about it that way. And I've had the same thing back to me many, many times. I've thought something, someone's had a comment, I'm like, that's a really good point. I'll take that on board. Fair enough. TikTok is the cesspool of the bloody internet. It's full of thieves. That part that was uploading all my videos, they're still doing it. I can't stop them. Unless I dox myself to them, TikTok won't do a sodding thing. I've reported them in every single way I possibly can. And yeah, they're impersonating me and I can't do anything. What did TikTok bring the world? A load of dead kids through stupid challenges. And the thing is, TikTok, as you know, is a Chinese platform, okay? Do you know that TikTok in China is totally different to ours? Ours is destructive to the youth. Theirs is constructive to the youth. It's all about educational and empowerment and nationalism, obviously, for for them. But that's part of it. But it's all about being a positive thing for the people using it rather than being a negative one like over here. Funny that. Yes, I do have a slight theory that TikTok is somewhat of a psyop to try and reduce the intelligence of the rest of the world. Anyway, I've digressed a lot here. My point was this. What we've got going on YouTube now is a lot of AI-generated content. Literally, the whole video will be AI-generated. It's going to get a script. It's going to voice it AI, script it AI, also generate images or just use stock stuff that can be programmed to also be done by AI. And these accounts just spit out videos left, right and centre. And because they can learn from the algorithm, make changes and stuff like that, then they can learn what did and didn't work. Now, you may have seen some of these videos and not realise what they were because they just look like sciencey videos, but they're actually complete rubbish. Now, some of this is genuine. Some people are just explaining stuff they don't understand, and that's one of the problems here, is genuine people who want to put out a good lesson will go to chat GPT and say, give me a script, on a video about how does X, Y or Z work, and then they're going to make a video on it and they're going to read it and it'll be a really great video. You know, what a cool idea. The problem is there is twofold. One, GPT is not infallible and in fact will get things wrong all of the time, but very confidently wrong as well. And the other one is the fact that if you don't know the subject, you won't know what was wrong in what you said, and thus you shouldn't be teaching it. That's why they say you need to understand a subject to understand it, but you need to really understand it to teach it. Because if you want to take something that's complex and then turn it into something that's easy to understand, you have to understand it on an entirely different level. And also many tries of, you know, did it go right, did it go wrong? So you've got a big data set in your brain that you're working on that you can use. So you got everything from some, like, you know, 10-year-old is AI generating a video and thinking it's completely genuinely good and is positive about it, but doesn't realise they shouldn't be making a video on a subject they don't understand themselves. Or it's completely malicious in the sense that they're trying to misguide people, or it's trying to make money, or make money. People don't tend to try and misguide you for nothing. There's always money behind it. But this is now becoming a problem on YouTube, and YouTube's going to have to do something about it to try and fix it, and I don't know what. Because there are channels out there that are genuinely using, you know, AI voices and all the same sort of look to the video, but are actually giving reasonable content out, or should I say reasonably factual information. And this is only the early days, you know. We've only just had AI in the first couple of years. It's still very rudimental. But the ways they're pushing it into things, the way that it's already accessible and usable to people for malicious reasons, it makes it a very bad thing. Now, people have said to me, well, why do you seem supportive of AI if it's such a bad thing? Because the same reason that you like the internet. We can't deny that what the internet has given us in positives is humongous, and we cannot do without it these days. And it's done great things for many things. But the negatives from it have been massive. Absolutely huge. But at no point can I see those negatives outweighing the positives. We just have to learn to use it better. When we got the internet, we basically got Pandora's box. People of my generation, I'm in my late 30s, we knew the world without the internet. We knew the world without mobile phones. We knew just going to the park and having friends, or not having friends, and just finding ways to entertain yourself. And I don't mean tissues and hand lotion. I mean, like, I spent my time on beaches learning about wildlife and doing photography and so that sort of stuff. It really grows hobbies and passions in people because you have time to fill, because you are bored. Boredom is a good thing. Now people fill every moment of boredom with a short or a TikTok or something. Again, you'll be like, well, hang on a minute, you're a content creator. You're now saying that there's a bad thing. No. Moderation is the key, and in my opinion, watching stuff that's more educational is probably more helpful to you in the long run than vacuous stuff that's never going to offer you anything extra. That's why I always learn stuff, because I find that, you know, it's time well used, because at some point in the future I may gain that time back by knowing something and then going, oh, you just do that to fix it, rather than spending 2 days doing it. So yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts on this. It's all a big problem, but I don't think we can do without it at this point, and we ain't going to stop it, as that's been proven. So yeah, let me know what you think. Comment below, like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you're new here, or do you see that just flash down there, the subscribe button? It's not going to do it again now. Anyway, I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.